Hi, it's Justin Stone from the training team. Today I'm going to talk about part 2 of our health and wellbeing program, and we're going to talk today about confidence. And it's one of the biggest things which I get in conversations with people about them wanting to achieve something. The first thing they say to me is, Justin, I'm struggling with my confidence. Yes, the great news about confidence is there's actually stages you can use. And there's 9 stages I like to work from with people, which really work. And also it's something you can take away and work on yourself. So in today's video, what we're going to talk about is the first 3 stages, which are called the 3 S's, which is yourself, the skills, and also your social skills. And that's what we're going to cover today. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is talk about the first stage of confidence when I'm talking to somebody, and that is the self. What do I mean by the self? I actually mean, are you happy with the person turning up today? When you look in the mirror, is that the person you want to be? Do you respect yourself? And I know that's a very broad subject, and we're all going to feel very different about that, but it's a very good starting point, because that's where confidence comes from. Typically it comes from yourself. I know we look for recognition from external resources, people, family members, girlfriends, boyfriends, but actually the power comes from the self. It's looking from that internally. So I'll give you an example I get from people a lot of the time is, just I'm going to the gym, but I'm struggling, I'm not consistent enough. And sometimes it comes down to that when they're preparing to go to the gym, they don't actually feel good about themselves when they walk in there. So little adjustments I've seen people make over the years is, for example, just buying some new gym kit, making sure that they've got up in the morning, if that's when they go, and that they've brushed their teeth, they've showered, they feel fresh. When they get to the gym, they're organised and they feel ready for it. It could even mean they're prepared better, so the night before they've got their kit ready, they know what they're going to have for breakfast. That's all about them owning that. They're not relying on anybody else. The next stage of confidence is skills. And this one's a really important one, because in life we have to have new experiences to grow. And sometimes what holds us back is the fear of being the new person, coming into a project or a new job thinking, I don't know anything. And that sometimes stops people moving forward. And how you get success, and if you look at people who are really successful, they had really low skill at the start. They might not have been actually good at something, but they were just stubborn and they were persistent. If you look at somebody who's never run before and they complete a marathon, and you speak to them at the start, they're going to find it hard. But the people who complete the marathon are the people who get up when it's raining. They go and do their stretches, they go to the treadmill when they're tired, and they just keep going. And the whole point of this is really about accepting the struggle you'll have at the start, because at the end of it, if you stick with it, then you will really succeed. So with yourself being your focus, one of the things people say to me sometimes is, Justin, well, I want to achieve this big goal, and it's really big, and I want to earn more money, I want to do this, I want to travel, I want to get past a qualification, but I don't know where to start. And one of the things I say to people is that to have a bigger vision in your life, you first have to start with the smaller things to build the self-confidence. So it's the little wins initially, then get you to the bigger goals you want later on. The third stage in confidence is social. And what I mean by that is social skills. So we're conditioned in life to think that you've got to be the loudest, the biggest extrovert in the room to actually stand out socially. That is actually not true. There's lots of different ways to win socially, and you just need to be yourself, and that's an important stage of this. But it's also about just being curious of other people. You could be quite quiet, you might be a bit of a wallflower, but it's showing interest in other people and not trying to have to be funny, not trying to have to be smart, being yourself. And when you're curious and asking people lots of other questions about them, they feel good about themselves. And what they do then is they want to engage you more. And they'll probably say to somebody else, do you know, that person I met was so interesting. They were asking me lots of questions. They made me feel important. So my key thing from this is be yourself, be interested and curious in other people, and don't worry about showing up and just being you. So in this video today we've gone through the first 3 and I hope you've enjoyed them. There is another 6 stages actually, and we're going to go through those in future videos. So in the next video, the first stage we're going to go through, or our 4th stage actually, is called Define and Measure. And that's all about actually understanding what you're currently doing and measuring it. And that's a really important thing, because we can set ourselves all these different goals, but if we don't define and measure what we're doing, how do we know we're getting there? And that's what we're going to talk about in the next video. Thank you for your time today. As always, if you've got any questions about training or coaching or about confidence, come and contact me. My email address details are going to come up on this video. If you want to speak to me on a one-to-one basis, please do that. That's what I'm here for. Thank you for your time today.